Chairman Young, let me welcome all this, particularly the tribal leaders have come from far away to be here with us. I look forward to the witnesses helping me understand your views on these particular pieces of legislation. We have two bills before us, one aimed at reforming the management of Indian trust assets, and the other righting past wrongs for an Indian tribe that suffered at the hands of the United States. H.R. 409, introduced by our colleague Mr. Simpson, aims to reform Indian trust asset management. It would accomplish it in three ways. First, it would reaffirm trust responsibility of the United States toward Indian tribes and individual Indians. Second, it would set up demonstration project at the Department of Interior so that tribes could, at their own election, develop asset management plans with the Secretary of Interior to better manage their trust assets. Finally, H.R. 409 would consolidate the functions of the Bureau of Indian Affairs and the Office of Special Trustee for American Indians into one office within the Department of Interior, headed by a new Undersecretary of Indian Affairs. The new Undersecretary would, among other things, be responsible for coordinating Indian-related activities of other agencies and bureaus within the Department of Interior. This, of course, would be a great step forward at resolving internal conflicts of interest that exist at the department that result in tribal concerns competing with other concerns and often taking a back seat. H.R. 4350, the Northern Cheyenne Lands Act, is a bill aimed at compensating the Northern Cheyenne tribe for various potential claims against the United States. These potential claims go back more than a century. In 1900, when the United States expanded the tribe's reservation, it failed to procure ownership of approximately 5,000 acres of subsurface mineral rights within the tribe's reservation. These rights are held by a private company, Great Northern Properties. The fact that a private company holds interest within the Northern Cheyenne Reservation makes the tribe feel as though it cannot effectively self-govern. The tribe further believes it has claims against the federal government due to alleged breach of trust for allowing the conveyance of certain mineral tracts near its reservation and due to alleged mismanagement of a fund held in trust for the tribe. The bill would help the tribe consolidate ownership of its reservation by effecting the transfer of the subsurface rights held by Great Northern Properties to the tribe. In exchange, the company would receive title to federal coal tracts that it would develop, the proceeds of which would be shared by the tribe and the company. Moreover, the bill would provide for a waiver of the tribe's claims and tribal management of its trust fund. I think there are many issues we must examine with regard to these bills. I look forward to working with the tribes, other stakeholders, the administration, to determine what the best path forward. Mr. Chairman, I think these bills that you scheduled today show us the problems that arise between tribes in the United States when tribes are not respected as sovereign nations that they are. Since the formation of the Union, the United States has recognized Indian tribes as domestic dependent nations under its protection. The federal government has enacted numerous statutes and promulgated numerous regulations that establish and define that trust responsibility with Indian tribes. However, Congress has never established broad-based standards for the behavior of the federal government in its interactions with tribes. I've introduced the Respect Act, H.R. 1600. This legislation aims to contribute to the building of relationships between the United States and Indian tribes based upon mutual respect and understanding. The legislation will give federal agencies guidance as to what appropriate consultation looks like, and if enacted, would surely result in fewer instances of unintended consequences of federal actions that seem so often to necessitate hearings like this one today. That is why, Mr. Chairman, I would request a hearing on that bill so that we would have an opportunity to have stakeholders, both in support and opposition to it, have a chance to iron it out and move forward. With that, let me thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the hearing, and yield back.
I thank the gentleman, and I